What's going on, guys? So I tried these new characters here on this channel. Now let me explain something. I saw a comment where someone said, why are you poking fun at these people? And here's my response to that. If I walked into your house and you was sitting there eating potato chips and you had crumbs all on your wife beater, right? And I walked in 3 times in a week and you were doing the same thing every time I walked in, and then we went out somewhere and I said, you know, Johnny, I walked in his house 3 times this week and he had a potato chip bag and crumbs all over his wife beater. Is that poking fun at somebody? Or is that stating what you saw? The only reason it's poking fun at someone because someone doesn't want to hear it. It hurts them to the core that they have finally realized that the act that they're doing is terrible, but they don't want to hear it. When they're in the act and when they're doing it, they don't pay attention to it. You see, sometimes we have to step outside of our conversations to understand the damage that we're doing to ourselves. If you were to film a husband and wife arguing and recorded it and had them review it and look back at that tape, they both would see how ridiculous they are. All right? And these are the lives we live. These are the things that we do. But no one wants to hear it. Those 2 characters I created actually exist. First one, many people have said, I actually know people like that. People who think that the good Lord is their financial advisor. That when they get into a bind, not that they have to prepare themselves and do the planning and save money and not spend all their money. They only go to God when something bad happens. And he's supposed to, or if you don't believe in God, the universe or whatever it is, supposed to fix that problem. That is some people's financial plan. The second character I talked about, some people say that freaking accent annoys me, and I can't even take it seriously. Itabena, Mississippi is actually a place. I can drive 4 hours from here right now, and some people don't understand the American culture. I can drive 4 hours and go to Missouri, and the accent would change in 4 hours. Then I could drive more and I can go to California, I can go to New York. Accents are changing. That accent actually exists. People sound like that. Right? Have you seen the news? When you see these Confederate flags and all these rallies, listen to those people's voices. And a lot of people who are carrying those flags and doing those things have behavior like that. They actually don't think, there are people who don't believe in self-help. They think it's a bunch of bull crap. They don't believe you should follow your passion. They think it's stupid. They think you should work. This is not a made-up philosophy. The only reason it sounds ridiculous is because it sounds ridiculous. And I'll be doing more, because there are a lot of things that people need to hear. A lot of those people would argue with me for hours on YouTube about how their opinion was right. And I just want you to hear it. And it's just so funny how interesting it sounds and how ridiculous it sounds when, you know, when you're confronted with that. So that is a situation. That is what it is. And that's what the human race is made up of when it comes to finance, when it comes to thoughts. So if you think it's annoying and you think it's picking fun, it's real. It's real. Just like the guy who goes to the country club, who's a lawyer, who's a doctor, who has the biggest house in the neighborhood, who is not making $1 million but has $1 million home. Kids go to private school. The wife spends like a person that is gone mad. Max out credit cards, driving cars they really shouldn't afford, and still living paycheck to paycheck. That is real. There are people who don't like to read. It's real. They think reading is stupid. They think learning things is stupid. You see, we come on here and we go to YouTube. Let me tell you something. These type of YouTube channels are nothing compared to all of the fun, the channels that have all the humor in it, the channels that have really no substance. These YouTubers are making 6 figures a year. People don't want to hear this stuff. This is a small minority. So, with that said, guys, thank you guys for even watching. I'm sure some of that was annoying to your ears, but it's true. And I'm going to do more of them because it needs to be heard. People need to understand that they're talking from a place of pride instead of logic. And if you can't come and someone can't come debate and shake your core a little bit to see that the challenge that maybe the ideology that you have isn't correct, then you have some growing to do. So I'm gonna leave it as that, guys. Thank you, and until next time, signing off.